Hey, Joey Salvia here, and our pal John from Virginia, kicking off the show.
John from Virginia, Joey, Opie, Carl, and the gang, Mike, Rob. Man, you guys rock. Oh, and I want to say to Creamy Butters, hey, come drive in Virginia. We'd love to have you, and everybody else. And I love to see everybody on the podcast. But what a great show. What a great, great show. Keep it up. Keep it the fuck up. You guys rock. Joey, keep on rocking on. Opie, my man, my bruh, you rock. You got the funny with you. Carl, eat it up, bruh. By the way, peace. Talk to you soon. And keep up the awesome, awesome OpieRadio podcast.
Yo, Carl!
Why are you screaming at me?
I'm not screaming. I'm excited. I'm in the car, and I'm on my way to do a podcast. Without you, though. No, that's not true, though. You're on it now, officially.
Fuck.
What's going on?
Who are you doing a podcast with?
I'm going to do a float podcast today.
You're gonna do a what?
A float.
A float? What, like an ice cream float?
No, I'm going to be doing some of that floating.
Okay, I'm a normal person in America. What the fuck is floating? You're just going to float, like where? In the air? In your giant marble apartment? What are you doing?
No, I'm going to be floating in one of those giant tanks where they put the cover down, you can't see anything, they got like 100 pounds of salt in there, and you're floating around.
Are you paying to lay in a watery grave? Is that what you're fucking telling me?
I'm going to visit Tom in Patchogue here on Long Island, and I'm going to be doing some floating. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to reach Nirvana.
So let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You're on an island that has water on both sides.
Yeah.
Where you can float for free, but you're going to fucking put on your LL Bean swim trunks and fucking go pay $300 to fucking float.
First of all, I'm paying no hunch because they'll get a free plug because of our podcast. Second of all, I go in the nude. I did wipe my ass good. I hope he appreciates that because I'm going in his tank nude. I'm going to float around for like an hour and a half, and I'm going to check it out for the first time.
And your little sea otter's going to be floating in the water?
Why not, man?
But isn't the salt going to get in your pee-pee hole?
Oh, that could burn a little bit, right? Like when you get some shampoo in there?
I remember one time I had relations in the ocean and my pee-pee hole was damaged.
Well, that was from the jellyfish.
Well, it's neither here nor there at this point.
That's definitely from the jellyfish.
Water under the bridge.
Water under the bridge. And I would float in the ocean, but it's still too cold, man.
You're breaking up because I think not even your phone wants to have this conversation.
No, I'm not breaking up. You're crystal clear. I'm on my way to
Hold on, I'm going to get hit by a car. I'm literally getting hit by a car.
Please, 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 please,
Hello?
please. Oh, you didn't get hit? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you the whole time.
Listen, as a normal person with a job and friends, why would you want to do this? What does this do for you? Is it like, do they play music? Are there girls there? What's going on?
Well, I'm hoping there's a little Pink Floyd music to get you going, and then you want dead silence. You can't see, you can't hear because they put plugs in your ears, and then you float in the darkness by yourself, and you're alone with your thoughts. How cool is that?
If I'm alone with my thoughts, I'll be hanging from a belt for 30 seconds.
A boy can dream.
All the haters be like, I told you Opie was going to kill you.
Why? Why would that? You're going to kill yourself. I'm not going to have anything to do with it.
No, I'm just saying that's what Twitter would be. Opie killed Carl.
We've been hanging out for a bunch of years now, and I'm surprised you're asking all these why questions. You know that I do a little yoga. You know I do a lot of that meditating. You know I'm exploring spirituality. You know I had a shaman come to my place twice, so this is the next step.
Doing heroin with a shaman in your beautiful apartment isn't exploring anything.
Bro, you think it was heroin?
I don't know. I mean, you described it like my nose burnt. I was feeling really itchy. Like, that's heroin.
That's heroin. It was Peruvian dust.
That's where they make it.
Peruvian dust from the earth. From the earth.
There's a heroin depot in Peru. Like, that's where they make that shit.
Nah, I didn't do heroin, my brother.
I know you didn't. But listen, don't do it. And the reason I ask so many why questions is because I just try to jog your thought process so that you can hear how ridiculous these things are.
What if I really enjoy it and then fast forward, I'm buying one of these tanks for my house?
Dude, if you buy a tank, I'm going to lay a massive White Castle dump in it. I swear to God. You will have the most colossal Cuban upper decker that you've ever seen in your fucking life.
Oh my God. I can only imagine what that looks like.
With fiber pills, it's like a cannonball.
It's a full pot roast.
I look like one of those park horses, Central Park, that just leave those short ribs, steaming short ribs all over the place.
I kind of want to buy a tank just so you could do that, because I would laugh myself silly.
But listen, you know why you're not. You know what you're doing because you're calling me while you're on your way because you know I wouldn't go anyway. That's why I'm not on this podcast, because you know I ruined the whole fucking thing. And I would tell these people they're a bunch of idiots.
Oh no, Tom said, is the Cuban coming? Because he had a tank reserved for you. And I said...
What did mine have? Other Cubans in it and sharks? You're not going to go in a fucking... Listen, if a Cuban is floating, he's dead.
Right.
You understand? We didn't make it to Miami. No bueno.
No, your tank's in a different location.
What?
It's at the cemetery.
How is he not? How is it he's 500 pounds? How are you losing weight?
Because you eat until you're satisfied, right?
Right. Like today, I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
I walked to 9th Avenue.
Yeah.
I walked 4 blocks to go to Famous Eddie's, which is he's a famous hot dog stand on the corner of 9th and 34th.
All right.
And I had a hot dog, and then I walked all the way down to 24th Street to have a chocolate chip and buttercream cookie sandwich and a chocolate milk.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
That'll fire up your heart.
Oh yeah, I'm literally power walking right to the toilet to the Starbucks next to my restaurant because before 11 o'clock in the morning, the toilet is mint. I mean, it's perfect.
Well, of course, before the homeless people get a hold of the Starbucks toilets.
Well, that's the thing. The problem is everybody can go to the bathroom in Starbucks. So after 11 o'clock, it's like Escape from New York in there. You know what I mean? Like there's people doing seances, passed out people. It's horrible.
Oh, dude, they take full showers in the Starbucks bathroom.
Oh,
full showers.
Dude, I saw. I'm not even kidding you.
Yeah.
I walked in one day, and around the sink there was an Old Spice soap on a rope.
You think that's something that someone left behind for the next person?
I think he was taking a shower, and the cops barged in and took him away for some petty crime that he committed down the street or something.
I hear you, brother.
Because that happens a lot.
So you've never done any of this hippy dippy shit ever in your life?
No, you know what happened with me, Opie? When the time that I would think that was cool, I had sex with a girl, and it's just and everything like that just went out the window. Wrestling,
Right.
Bobblehead toys,
Right.
Fucking vintage movie posters in another language, like all those things. The minute I touched the titty, just went away.
Right.
All I wanted to do was slow dance and rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Well, I describe that as the Wizard of Oz when it went from black and white to color. As soon as you discover girls, it's over. Might as well tell mommy and daddy to get the dumpster, because that's where your baseball card collection is going. That's where your instrument's going. That's where your 10-speed bike is going. That's.
I remember the first time I lost my virginity. I came home and I just walked over my brother's Lego city like Godzilla. You're a punk.
I bet you Georgie wasn't happy about that.
Georgie, he was like, Mommy, can't die. Too much of hard work down the toilet. What am I gonna do? And they're all hugging each other like a bunch of betas.
And you went to your room and you were just smelling your fingers.
Oh, and I'm in my room with my sticky shorts on.
Your sticky shorts.
God bless America.
God bless America, indeed, Carl Ruiz.
You know, I saw that when I lost my virginity, I saw that girl again. You know, after 30 years.
Yeah, we talked about that girl on the podcast.
Yeah, man. She came to the restaurant and shit.
Was she hanging in the kitchen?
Yeah, man.
That's a dangerous place, that table in your kitchen at La Cabana.
Let me tell you something. Oh, look, there's like a celebrity getting out. Who is it? Oh, my God. This guy has who is this? They have a serious detail.
Really?
Who is it? Oh, my God. I don't know who it is, but it's hot as fuck.
Must be some kind of model.
Oh, it's a Kardashian.
For real?
Yeah, the young one.
What, one of the young ones?
The hot one. The one without the big butt.
Well, they're all hot now. Even the one that is giant.
No, but that's the hot one. The one that they wanted to do like a GoFundMe page so she could become a billionaire quicker.
Oh, is she the one that is the billionaire?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, you got security detail. It's presidential.
Right. You know that the billionaire Kardashian, I forgot her name. Thank God. Wait, there's Kendall. There's Kylie, I guess. The one that became a billionaire, this is really interesting because Kim Kardashian wanted to be the billionaire and the big hotshot in the family, but actually the ugliest sister became the billionaire. She got all sorts of plastic surgery, so she's hot as fuck now, but she really was, she looked like Lorde. Remember Lorde?
Yeah.
She looked like Lorde, and they kind of hit her because, you know, she was giving the family a bad name, and then she turns around, she gets all sorts of plastic surgery, she's hot as balls, and then she discovers some kind of lipstick or something, and she's a billionaire before all the rest of the sisters.
So they did a Pimp My Ride on her?
I think so. I mean, all you have to do is Google like what she used to look like before all that plastic surgery. She's unrecognizable.
Listen, I'm gonna level with you. If I'm Googling girls, it's gonna be naked girls. I don't care about the fucking what. I got limited time these days. But yet, she had a security. I mean, the earpieces.
Yeah.
The big fucking thugs.
Yeah.
And then like the smart, like ex-Israeli Navy SEAL guy.
Right.
She's got some juice, bro. You ain't touching her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's worth Googling anyway, just to see what a difference. You know that there's couples out there that end up suing. They end up suing like mostly the mothers after they have a kid. Like you marry some piece of ass, she's had a little plastic surgery, but she's not really honest about all the plastic surgery she's had. And then you end up having a kid with her, and then the kid pops out like the old version of your wife. And over the years, there's been guys that have sued over that. Like, what the fuck? That was false advertising.
I think that's a good legal precedent.
You think?
Yeah. I mean, when I got married, I thought my girl had green eyes and blonde hair. Ends up she was bald and blind. Like,
Look, look, I'm Team Carl all the way. But you're trying to say she was what was it? Lassie? Not Lassie. Help me out. The Flintstones. What was the dog's name?
Dino.
Dino's love interest when Dino saw his love interest take the wig off. Was that your ex-wife?
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in fucking years. That is fucking awesome.
I'm Team Carl all the way, but she wasn't bald and blind.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm suspicious about her seeing ability.
Yeah. All right.
And then, like, one time I'm sleeping and I wake up and I'm wrapped up in her hair extensions. I thought I felt like a seal wrapped up in a kelp bed. I'd wake up and my dog is downstairs barking at her hair.
You're like when they rescue a seal and they got plastic wrapped around their fins,
right?
And their neck.
I would be on one of those feel-good videos on Facebook,
right?
And like they save the animal,
right?
The owl stuck in the fence. That's me. My eyes wide open. I'm freaked out. The hair smells weird. Oh, it's a mess.
Oh, Carl, you are the best. You are the best. Anyway,
oh my God.
So I'm excited. This is gonna be a good day, man.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, why not? You got to try different things, brother.
Yeah, why don't you try other different things?
Like what?
I don't know. Yeah, okay, fuck it, do it. I can't think of anything.
Well, what else am I supposed to try?
I don't know. Maybe instead of floating, do a little swimming, so you lose that little pot belly that you got.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Are you gonna tell the people at that fucking Deadpool that you're slouching? That's why your guy is.
My gut's gonna be swishing around in his tank. I thought I would get a little something for that, but all right.
Dude, it does. No. I didn't even hear you for the simple fact that now 3 more Escalades came out.
Really?
With the support chicks.
Really?
Like her squad, and they're all Starbucksed up, all I smoke a latte up. 2 dudes with hair buns.
Right.
There's one guy with nail polish and lipstick.
Really?
He's from LA.
Of course.
And they're all with massive security, and they come with an NYPD car.
Of course.
With the way the city is running, we get the NYPD just fucking driving with the Kardashians up and down fucking 15th Street.
Well, Oh, wow. I'm getting close, I think. I think this is, I'm looking around. Anyway, so where are they going?
They walked into Chelsea Market.
Oh, so they're close to your restaurant.
They're across the street. I'm in front of my restaurant.
So, if they go into Chelsea Market, they're going to, cause quite the scene, no?
No, they went into the private thing. There's that place. Remember, that's the original Nabisco factory.
Right.
And during World War II, they retrofitted this building for all kinds of stuff. Manhattan Project style stuff.
Right.
So, because the Food Network's in that building, it's got a labyrinth of tunnels and unmarked rooms and weird doors, like big steel doors. It's a crazy building, and it still, to this day, houses the FBI, the DEA, and the ATF.
No kidding.
Yeah, and YouTube.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, another government agency.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Between YouTube and Google, that's your new government.
That's your new fucking government, man. And it's really ironic because the Google bought the building across the street from Chelsea Market.
Right.
And that used to be the New York government. That was the government building. And it is again.
Damn.
Unbelievable.
So where are we at with the restaurant, man? It was great being there the other day. People seemed to like that episode of the podcast. That was fun.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it was fun. I was looking at Twitter. People really liked when me and you just roasted Littlefoot fucking Pissy Mike.
Oh yeah, that was the episode called "You're Gonna Go to Jail."
You're gonna go to jail.
We were fire on that one. Fire.
It was fucking Robert's fault. He started throwing out 10-cent jokes. I had to fucking hit him with a sledgehammer.
Well, you got to do that, right?
He's a good guy.
I was trying to get Robert to come do this floating thing, but he's like, I got 4 meetings. I want to say, what meetings do you really have? Come on.
Right.
I mean, come on, little fun. What real meetings do you have that you can't blow it off to do some floating? But anyway, the guy at this, it's called the Float Place, I think.
That's a good question, though. What meetings do you have in a podcast department?
I don't know.
I mean, everyone else is doing the content.
Well, because I think the podcasters pretty much do everything for you, right?
Yeah. I mean, what do they have, a meeting because, like, Newt Gingrich's podcast wouldn't rewind, right?
I don't
you can't bang out an email, get that done?
Right. I don't even know.
You know, what are they going to talk about? You know, what picture they're going to put up for Chris Jericho?
Littlefoot's not even here to defend himself. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Oh, yeah, I love those fucking Tim Sabian sweating in the meeting like a sea lion. Just so greasy. Just not letting anyone finish a sentence. High-fiving people for no reason in the meeting.
Hey, Tim, did you just come from floating? You're soaked.
Yeah, were you just floating with your Jesse Raphael glasses?
He does have those terrible glasses.
Oh, they're electric blue.
Nothing worse than an elderly man with those designer glasses to try to make themselves look hip and important.
And his giant bags under his eyes from eating Chinese food 7 times a week.
How many times has Tim broken his diet when he's been hanging out with us?
Immediately.
Right.
Like he came up to me, he's like, I'm fasting. I'm like, I'm going to go get pastrami. He's like, I'm driving.
He has terrible willpower. Terrible.
He has zero willpower.
Zero.
Oh, my God. What a life, huh?
What a life indeed. But, yeah, man, that La Cabana the other day was awesome, man. I loved it. I loved the vibe in that kitchen, bro.
I almost got in trouble today walking here. There was a girl crying.
Yeah.
She's really pretty, and I'm like, I'm a sucker for crying girls.
Right.
And I almost went up to her and asked her if she was okay, but I was like, no, this is like almost like I get in trouble.
You're not allowed to go up to a girl that's crying anymore?
I don't know what I'm allowed to do. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's funny you should say that, because at the end of our corporate run, I call it, I was so scared to even, like, say hi to any girl at SiriusXM in the hallway, because I'm like, I don't know what the rules are anymore. It's nuts, right?
I don't know. Whatever the rules are, we're not following them. I just know that.
No
I
kidding.
don't know what the rules are exactly, because they seem to change from news cycle to news cycle.
Right.
But I don't even know what people are talking about anymore. Like, all the new words for things, you know, like emotionally, like this guy's like, oh, you know, she's a good waitress, but she's emotionally challenged. I'm like, who, that fucking psycho?
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, she's a psycho.
Yeah, we used to just call them psychos.
Yeah, because you get it. A psycho is a psycho. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, emotionally challenged. She's cutting herself in our bathroom.
Right.
Psycho.
Yeah, that's a flat out psycho, man. You can't have kid gloves for everything. You just can't do that, man.
Well, it's like the other day, like, I was walking down 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
And there's a homeless guy with like a UPS box, an empty UPS box, and he's just randomly throwing the box at people that are crossing the street.
Right.
Winging the box.
Right.
And you see everybody that's nice and calm. They get hit with the box with their little headphones, and they keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean? All of a sudden, he threw the box at a black guy, like a 50-year-old black guy.
Jeez.
This black guy chased him from 6th Avenue. I see that fucking homeless guy took off. And I was like, finally.
Yeah.
Somebody has a normal reaction to get hit in the head with a box.
Of course.
Well, everybody else, like all the little snowflakes, they got hit with the box and they just put their head down. I'm like, that's not a normal reaction.
No, not at all, man.
And the whole time I'm walking, I'm like, hit me with the box, hit me with the box, hit me with the box, please, 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 hit me with the fucking box. It's going to be fucking Super Bowl Sunday for you today. Please hit me with the box.
A bloodbath.
You know how much fucking pent-up emotion I have?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll be on top of them crying like Ralphie May in fucking Christmas Story.
Ralphie May? I know what you meant, but poor Ralphie May is no longer with us. I think you're talking about the other Ralphie. Oh, anyway. Oh, dude, you hear about Alabama?
What happened?
Abortion illegal in Alabama, including girls that have been raped or got pregnant because of incest.
Well, that's counterproductive. The incest one for Alabama, that's kind of counterproductive for them.
What the hell, man? This is going to be a biggie. Women,
in Alabama? I bet I haven't read it, but I bet you most of the government agrees with it. I'm sure it sailed through.
Oh, it sailed through with flying colors, man.
Well, that's what people listen. Let me tell you something. I live and work in New York, right? You live and you don't work. You live in New York.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And all my friends live and work in Miami, live and work in LA, live and work, in San Francisco. But all my friends in Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, they don't give a fuck about what we give a fuck about.
No, of course not.
And a lot of those states, this is their way of rejecting the coastal elites. They've had it. They've had it with all the politically correctness, and they do this shit for attention.
Right.
I'm sure the governor's going to veto it or something or whatever. It's probably not a law yet. I would have heard it, but it's these states they're showing their displeasure with the way that the country's going in their eyes. Well,
you do know when life begins, right?
Yeah, when I buy you that first drink, baby girl.
You kind of beat me to my punchline. I was gonna say life begins when you leave Alabama.
Hey, let me tell you something. My favorite bar in the country is in Alabama. It's called Florabama, and half of it's in Alabama and half of it's in Florida.
Actually, Carl, you told me about that bar, and actually, I was just going for a dumb joke. The fact is that I've seen your Instagram videos from Alabama, and it looks like a damn good time down there.
Let me tell you something. Those are good, honest, God-fearing people down there.
Right.
Let me tell you something. If I'm in trouble, and I could knock on a door in Alabama, and someone will be like, how can I help you? If I'm in trouble in New York City and knock on a door, I'm going to get a German Shepherd to the neck, mace, and tased in about 15 seconds.
Right.
Different, man. The real fucking people doing real shit, working real fucking jobs for real hours.
Well, they are taking on Roe versus Wade, man, head on. I wonder if the people of Alabama are for this. I mean, their representatives obviously have voted this bill through, but I wonder if
it's an old saying, brother. You get the government you deserve. Mm-hmm.
Dude, I don't even give a fuck if this pisses off people. You cannot tell women what they can and can't do with their bodies. And if you want to take on the abortion issue, maybe start with way more education or something. But you can't tell women they have to have a baby after they've been raped or after their uncle fucked them. That's just crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's
but
just
crazy. It'll sort itself out. Like you said, it's none of my business. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Whatever they want to figure out, it's democracy. It's not a democracy, but let them figure it out. It's not going to go through. You can't just, what is it, for incest and rape? They're not going to let that go through.
I don't know, man. It's getting a little...
Even Alabama, even for Alabama, there has to be something. This is a publicity stunt, or they're just trying to make a point, or who knows.
Anyone that is against abortion, all they have to do is walk around their local mall for an hour. Just walk around your local mall.
Well, it's like I was watching the Avengers,
yeah,
and the whole time I'm like, this Thanos guy is right.
See, I don't know what that means. Explain.
So in the Avengers, Thanos gets all the 5 stones or whatever into this cool glove.
Yeah.
And he snaps his fingers and he wipes out 50% of the population. And he says, there's too many of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? and the Avengers fucking find him and kill him and bring all the people back. So the whole time I'm like, not a bad idea.
Not a bad idea.
Not a bad
Indeed.
idea. You know?
Indeed.
There might be too many of us. I mean,
well, of course there's too many of us. Of course we're overpopulating this planet where whether you agree with climate change and all that, I don't feel like arguing that right now. I do hate the fact that it's become a political issue. But the fact is, if we keep going this way, there's no way we're going to survive on this planet. There's no way. Yeah. We're squeezed.
I love how all the climate change activists live in New York City, and they're outside protesting climate change as giant barges of garbage leave New York City.
I see them out my window.
Right?
And those
giant floating garbage.
And that's just the Starbucks plastic cups.
Yeah, it's just the Starbucks stuff.
Right.
It's literally 3 barges worth of garbage, and they're outside like, save the seals, and meanwhile there's just plastic everywhere.
Dude, I had my first paper straw the other day. Oh my God, does that get mushy fast?
Dude, it changes the flavor of stuff.
It sure does.
You know what I mean?
Because then
everything has this really. So we're doing drink testing.
Yeah.
And the bar manager's like, Carl, we are going to make a conscious effort to move to paper straws. I'm like, I'm going to make a conscious effort to not do it.
Right.
I said, until that law comes, I'd rather do no straws than paper straws, because those paper straws make things taste like shit.
Right, of course.
If anything is if you leave the straw in the drink, like if you don't drink something at full bore, the straw starts to dissolve.
Yeah, and then you taste the dye, because, all these places want their straws to look kind of nice, so they, they're all sorts of different colors.
So the seal's going to live and I'm going to die? Oh, hell no.
Ah, hell nah. Well, I mean, the hypocrisy of the whole thing is hilarious. It's, you put your paper straw into your giant plastic cup. Hello? 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 Wow, man, I lost Carl.
Great. Good time for a break. By the way, I'm not going very far. I'm in a rush. It's too uncomfortable. Sometimes I just forget.
Don't kid yourself. There's no such thing as a good excuse for not buckling up. If you've used any of these excuses or any others, you're putting yourself at risk of injury or death. In 2017, more than 10,000 people were unbuckled when they were killed in crashes. That's 51% of people killed in motor vehicle crashes that were not wearing seatbelts. No matter what kind of vehicle you drive, wearing your seatbelt is the best defense in a crash. Even when you sit in the back seat, you still need to buckle up. That goes for when you ride in taxis and use ride-sharing services too. Cops are on the lookout and writing tickets, so why take the risk? In 2017 alone, seatbelts saved nearly 15,000 lives. So do the smart thing and buckle up every trip, day or night. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Carl's back, Gregg.
Hello.
Carl.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
What's going on? I lost you there.
What happened was I thought I had some chocolate milk in my beard.
Yeah.
And then I hit my phone and the keyboard came up and all hell broke loose.
You're a mess.
Oh my God.
You're a fucking mess. But anyway, I was talking about the stupid big plastic cups. Had a good line, waiting for like a little laughy poo, and next thing you know, it's just dead silence.
Sorry, buddy.
Nothing wants to make you just drive this car into a pole. Then when you go for a joke with your pal and there's dead silence.
I hear you. You're like, hello?
Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm not funny. Right into a pole.
Oh, my God. You sound like Jeb Bush. Please clap.
Oh, my God. That's when I knew it was over for him. Over. And you haven't heard from him since.
Bro, let me tell you something. If there's one thing I love, is Republican on Republican crime.
Right, of course.
And just watching fucking Donald Trump dismantle that Bush mafia was incredible.
It was incredible. It was pretty easy, too. They all kept their
Because I was
mouths
like-
shut.
I was like, listen, I don't care who's the president.
Right.
I don't want another brother of a president. I don't
Right.
want another wife of a president. I don't want none of that because
Right.
that's just built-in corruption.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They bring in all those old fucking people. They come. What a mess.
The only one that fought back was Barbara Bush.
Barbara Bush was fucking no joke, but Trump didn't care. He started fighting. He's yelling at this old lady and tell your son to take care of his own problems.
Well, he was yelling at Barbara Bush because she looked a lot like his mommy.
Oh boy, here we go.
You ever see Trump's mommy? She looked like
No.
a tough broad. A
Oh,
tough
was she
broad.
really?
Yeah, she had the exact same hair as Trump, just a little thicker.
Nice. I'm gonna take a look.
And speaking of politics, I got to give it to Trump. People get mad when I take my shots at Trump, but I also take shots at the other side. And when he said that guy, what is it, Mayor Pete? I forgot his last name. Looked like Alfred E. Newman from the Mad magazine. That was a home run. A home run for the president.
Well, let me tell you something. These Democrats, I mean, how many people are running for president? It doesn't even make sense.
I think it was like 20 or something like that. And stupid de Blasio has to make it about himself. And he's like, I don't know if he's announced or if he's going to announce, but he's kind of hinting and he's getting a lot of attention. It's that whole me thing. No one likes de Blasio.
No.
He's the mayor of New York for the people that don't know.
Everybody knows that clown.
Yeah.
He's not going to make it. The only guy that's going to probably make it is Biden.
You think Biden's going to be the guy?
It's again, no matter what, it's just two old white people.
I think. Well, Biden's been a little slurry in his speeches. There's been some videos online about him being a little
I
slurry.
saw that.
A little slurry.
I saw it, but that could be a nice little cocktail.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I want.
He is from Delaware, just like Stump Brain.
Right.
You know what I mean? And Stump
Right.
Brain's known to enjoy a cocktail.
How do you know that?
Well, he got sloshed at my fucking rip.
I know. I went to Carl's restaurant. We did a podcast from there, but before that, I've been going coming and going with to La Cabana for a while now, and I went
You're
there.
a regular. You're
Yeah,
a regular.
I went there just to hang with you a little bit. We weren't even podcasting, and Stunt Brain was there, and I had to leave. I forgot what I had to do. Something. I really had to get out of there. And
Yeah, I think you just wanted to leave.
no, not God, dude. I know you're going for the
I
joke. I know you're going for the joke, but I'm trying to help you out. The
No, it
vibe.
was one of your kids' things.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
one of your kid things.
Yeah, the vibe in that place is so fucking good, man, with the table and everyone. You're hiring a lot of cool people. The environment doesn't seem toxic yet. I'm sure eventually it will be because it seems like everything humans do turns into toxicity. But anyway, I left.
It's a matter of time. Yeah.
I left, and I don't think we talked about it on the podcast, but Stunt Brain got, hammered after I left?
Yeah, well, I brought out some Yamakasi 18-year-old scotch from Japan.
Yeah.
And it was a half a bottle. And I go, here, Stumper, I got something a little special for you. And he's like, wow. And then he talked about how special it was for close to 7 hours. But he takes a shot, and then he looks at me, and I give him the green light. I said, just enjoy it. Gone.
Really?
Gone. I didn't get to taste it. He fucking drank the whole thing.
Right.
And then I was drinking beers and shots of cheap bourbon because he drank all the good stuff. And then me and him went drunk to go get French meringues up the street.
You gotta tell these people what you do to get someone to leave your restaurant when you're done with them.
Oh, I go down into the labyrinth. I play hide and go seek.
You do play hide and go seek because there's a lot of places because the kitchen's up above the actual restaurant, so you're gonna have to run the food down. But you also, you've told me this over the last few weeks. Like if there's someone there you're just done with, you start making them run the stairs with you until they can't keep up anymore.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, come down to the basement. And then I'm like, all right, let's go back upstairs. Fucking 3 trips. They're like, hey, man, awesome place. I'll check you out. I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, man, I'm good. My legs are burning.
I've learned from you and my brother Brett at F.H. Riley's, restaurant guys in general, you guys got the same type of strength as like old man strength. You never want to mess with a guy over 70. He's gonna kick your ass in most cases. And restaurant guys are the same way. If you think a chef or a waiter or what have you is out of shape, you're gonna be sadly mistaken. They will fucking run you. You guys just know how to.
Tree trucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen your legs. They are crazy. You got giant Cuban calves. No, because you guys know how to stay on your feet for like 10, 12, 14 hours a day. You can't compete with that.
No, you can't. I realize it like when we get like culinary students and they come to like trail or stage, we call it.
Yeah.
And 5 minutes in, they're like looking for somewhere to sit, and kitchens have no seats. You know what I mean? And they're just, next thing you know, they're like propped up against the refrigerator. I'm like, what's going on there, Bambi?
Right.
You good? Because there's 40 more years of this.
Oh, you mean like a newborn fawn?
Yeah, like a little fawn. You know, like really wobbly. Call them Bambi. Look at fucking little Bambi. Can't cook through lunch. You know what I mean?
Coincidentally, that's what I look like every morning leaving the bathroom.
I can imagine.
My
You're
legs.
evacuating all that fucking kale, just fucking blow a hole through the atmosphere.
My legs go numb, and then I got a giant butt hickey from sitting on the toilet too long.
Butt hickey.
But
feeling that,
dude, I got on probiotics.
the best, isn't it?
I don't know. What is it supposed to do? Do you know? I'm just taking them. I'm starting to take old man stuff, and I guess you got to start with probiotics.
Probiotics is the best for gut health.
Well, what does it do, though?
It removes stuff from your other stuff.
See, you don't even know, but you think it's the best.
Well, Rocco DeSpirito told me, and he's older than me, and he's hot as shit.
Well, it definitely pushed the gut down a little bit, so maybe I got a
Yeah,
little...
it takes all the gas, I'm telling you.
Maybe I was a little bloaty.
Yeah.
And
that's what the models do. They take laxatives and water pills before shoots.
oh, they shove stuff up their ass, too, man.
I found out about their laxatives and water pills because one time I was dating a model and she had all these pills on the counter and I took them because I thought they were fun ones.
Right.
Next thing you know, I'm peeing and shitting like a fucking pigeon all over the fucking.
Like a pigeon. What's wrong with pigeons? Can't you leave anything in your body for an hour?
I've seen pigeons.
Right.
I've seen the pigeon eat something, then shit, and the pigeon behind him eat the shit, and it keeps going like
Right.
a fucking.
They're animals.
Worst animal. It's a savage animal. It's
Yeah.
The pigeons have no manners. I mean, it's the only bird. I saw a pigeon nest.
Yeah.
And there was these little baby pigeons.
Yeah.
And they look dirty already.
Yeah.
Like they're so unattractive. They look like they're full of ash.
Right.
Like they flew through a fire. You know what I mean?
They're the only...
And they have.
Yeah, go ahead.
They have those creepy little circles, those little red circles around their eyes.
Right.
And they make an unsettling noise.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a terrible bird.
Well, it's...
And they're filthy.
I was going to say, they're the only bird that flies and shits at the same time.
Dude, they shit. I mean, you ever see a car get stuck under like a telephone pole with the pigeons? The car's total.
You know that I hit a pigeon. Well, I didn't hit. Back in the day when Club Soda Kenny was driving me around, he was driving me home. And you know how, like, when you see birds close to your car, you don't even think twice. They always get out of the way.
What was his reaction? Opie, I hit a pigeon.
Will you stop going with my punchlines? Yes, that's exactly.
Sorry.
No, you're 100% right. So this pigeon hit his windshield and exploded like it was the 4th of July. Like, it was unbelievable how many feathers are on a bird, when you hit it. And his reaction was nothing. Even though it was a bird, I was horrified. I'm like, maybe we should go back and check on the thing. He's like, I'm going to be late for a meeting, GH. And then he drops me off, and I'm walking in my building like, what the hell just happened?
He's like Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, speaking of birds, future podcast.
Right.
Do you want a falcon to land on your arm?
I love falcons.
But do you want one to land on your arm? I know a guy.
Yeah, as long as I have a gauntlet.
Yeah, he trains falcons, and he wants to do a little something. He wants to actually get me on a boat and talk about the ocean and all that horse shit. That's probably a podcast you don't want to be a part of, but
Boring.
why
Can we drink on the boat?
We could drink on the boat.
All right, let's go talk about the fucking ocean then.
And then we're gonna go whale watching.
Can I drink and wait for the whales? I got two questions. Do I have to be quiet?
Wait, that's not even exciting to you to go whale watching, like legit, not with a dumb tourist group, like just a private guy with a boat that knows where the whales are?
You want to go whale watching? I'll take you to a mall in Queens.
You fucking hack. And there goes his streak.
And there he goes. Hit him in.
No, that was all right. That was actually good. I liked it.
Look at this.
No, I'm gonna go whale watching. That beached whale video is horrific that I posted, by the way, that we talked about on.
They blew up the whale? I haven't seen any of that.
No, the video of the whale that was beached that my fishing buddy took. That we talked about on, what episode did we talk about that on? Probably, you're gonna go to jail. I posted the video and people are just horrified. That was.
Dude, I think girls in New York City have a change of clothes in their little purses because since I've been standing here, the temperature's gone up maybe 15 degrees from the morning.
Yeah.
And everybody's naked all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe they just wear layers and they just start, peeling them off.
And like millennials and like the snowflakes.
Yeah.
They don't look at girls. You know what I mean? Like they just, I don't know, they're on their phones and stuff, but I'm not. I'm like a 44-year-old creeper.
Well, they're trying to they're trying to see how many likes their food picture got on Instagram. And us older guys, we're looking around like, holy shit. Do you understand? Do you understand what you're missing? You're right, though, man. Younger guys, I don't know if it's like some weird. I say this. I'll just say it. It's some weird respect, or they just don't notice girls. It's really strange.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Really strange.
Oh, here come the Kardashians. They're leaving.
Really? Get them on the podcast.
No.
Get them on the podcast.
Opie, these security would decapitate me.
Right.
Like a fucking, like ISIS. They're everywhere.
Well,
unbelievable.
Well, those security guys, they're usually ex-NFL players that are really mad that their careers ended, so they just want to hurt somebody.
You just mentioned everyone in the NFL.
Yeah, they just want to. They're praying that you step off that curb and try something.
Oh yeah, they'll fucking body check you right into a taxi cab.
Right? Is it really the Kardashians?
It's somebody. You know what? I've reached a level of my life where I don't know famous people anymore. But the look of the entourage, is how I judge your celebrity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it is massive.
Really?
Like I'm counting right now. Security 1, 2, 3. Oh no! Wait, who is it? I can look at Jessica Alba.
Is it Jessica Alba?
Yeah, Jessica Alba.
She's pretty fucking hot.
She's hot. And okay, so it's Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 security guards.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 friends, like assistants.
Yeah.
4 Escalades.
Really?
2 cop cars.
Right.
And an unmarked.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Can you imagine wandering around like that?
I would fucking love it. I would spit all day into a squirt bottle, like a spray bottle,
right.
Just like it spray spit at people. All night, that's all I would do, is just spit so that I had enough spit to spit on the peasants the next day. Just spraying people.
You would just be an animal out there.
Oh my God.
Just an animal.
I'd walk around just in underwear, smoking a cigarette,
right,
spitting on people. Oh, God, make me famous, please.
You're kind of famous. You're on that.
No.
You're kind of famous.
I'm famous at like VFW halls and supermarkets.
Yeah.
Like if you put me in a ShopRite, it's like fucking. I'm a Kardashian.
Yeah, I used to. I used to have that type of fame too. The fame.
We know, Opie.
No, the fame you're talking about.
No, yeah, you were fucking famous as fuck.
We did all right.
You did very good.
We did all right, and now I'm sitting in a car in a parking lot where I'm supposed to be here in Patchogue, Long Island.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to go into the float place.
Yeah. Well, be safe, or whatever it is that you're there. Or try to stay hetero.
Well,
for as long as you can.
Well, admit one thing that you like doing that's out of the ordinary. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to like this, but I'm willing to try it. Like,
one thing that I like to do that's out of the ordinary.
That I would be surprised at. Come on, show a little vulnerability, a little soft spot. Give me one thing.
I like tripping people.
You're just so guarded. You got that hard candy shell around you.
I like tripping fucking straight tourists. Just tripping them.
I do like giving them the shoulder when they're looking down.
The shoulder's good. And probably one thing that I enjoy, and it's the most therapeutic to me, is watching videos of people pulling seats out from people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I can watch it indefinitely.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I could watch that and Russians getting into car accidents for the rest of my life and not watch anything else.
And that would just make your day. No,
and birds of prey videos.
I've seen you when you go out there to film guys' grocery games. Like, I saw you taking pictures of the sunset and the valley. I've seen you do a little of that hiking. Come on, Carl.
Well, first of all, I go on hiking because all the girls go on hiking. So I sit and kibitz with them.
Kibitz.
So I'm just kibitzing on the fucking trail.
Yeah.
And then I take the sunset photos for the click chicks. You know, they give me a couple likes.
Oh, really? So there's always a reason with you.
I literally, to get the sunset picture, I go outside.
Right.
Take the picture and go back inside and put my back towards the window.
I'm an idiot. I'm sitting there like getting a little happy, like, oh, look at Carl showing a little sensitive, different side of him. And it turns out I'm assuming you're on a bench somewhere, just enjoying nature and the quiet. And it turns out you leave your bar stool because the sun's just right. You take a quick picture, and then you're back in the bar within 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's almost like I'm going to burn.
Too good, brother. All right, everything else good?
I did a bunch of shit up there.
Everything else good?
My buddy Billy Shears here.
Yeah.
Because we need some equipment. Here, say hi to Opie. Hey, Opie.
What's up, Billy? How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How's everything? How's the Upper West?
Upper West is good. How are you? It's been a while.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything's great. Had a baby since I saw you.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
How many is that for you?
Two.
Wow.
I'm gonna get a vasectomy.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
You're done.
Yeah, we should do it. Yeah. I should go to the vasectomy with Carl on the podcast.
Well, I mean, we did that back in the day. One of our friends, stockbroker Dave, he went and had a vasectomy live on our show, and then we scared the hell out of it was WNEW at the time.
When did Asian girls get fucked?
Because one of our guys ate the little tube, which turned into cannibalism, and no joke, there were meetings and all sorts of things. They were panicking that people were going to get arrested over that. True story.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I think someone ate it I'm trying to remember. Some of these older bits, they're like 20 years old at this point, but I think that was the time someone ate it on a Ritz cracker.
I was just going to say on a saltine.
Yeah, for real. But that really went down.
Wow. I love it. What a great story.
Are you sleeping?
No. 0.
0 sleeps. How old is the kid?
4 weeks.
Oh, you're in it. You don't even have a chance right now.
Yeah, so my wife has morphed into a different human.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to be as supportive as I can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but there's nothing you could do, man, especially I would say that the first 3 months are the worst.
Yeah. He just started, I think last night he hit a 4-hour window
of sleep?
Yeah, we opened a bottle of champagne this morning.
Yeah, I made the mistake of going, there's no reason why both of us have to get a terrible night's sleep.
Right. That's my philosophy. I get the couch, and then I don't wake up, and then I feel it in the morning.
Yeah, that was the worst thing you could say. You know, you could sneak around that somehow, but I was like, look, I don't have the boobs, or well, I kind of at that time I sort of had some man boobies.
Man boobs.
Well, because I was stress eating Lucky Charms because the kid wasn't sleeping, and I gained, no joke, a quick 15, 20 pounds. Quick.
Wow.
Wow. And it was all stress eating, and then, you know, that's a good 5-6 years ago now, and I'm good now, but I was trying to tell her, look, there's no reason. I'm like, you're gonna need me, to be rested when you need to sleep. There's no reason why we both have to get up every 15 minutes in the middle of the night. That didn't fly too well.
That didn't fly, yeah. Did not fly at my house.
Yeah, there you go. But what are you dropping off at Carl's place?
Say again?
What are you dropping off over there?
Oh, we're gonna do some measuring for some custom stainless steel right now. So
Beautiful.
Some hot boxes and something else.
Right.
You know.
Nice.
Yeah. So some the glamorous world of food service equipment.
I hear you. Well, it's lucrative though, my brother.
We need it. Yeah, we need it. I mean, Carl needs it.
Right.
But we're going to head upstairs now, Opie. So great talking to you, and I'll hopefully see you around the neighborhood.
Yeah, give me a call just so I can say goodbye.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks.
Dude, there are some hot chicks out here today. Holy shit.
Carl back to center. Well, I'm in Patchogue, getting ready to hang out with a complete stranger. I'm meeting Tom for the first time, and I'm gonna get naked, I guess, and jump in one of his tanks and float around for an hour and a half. So
that's awesome. I found a Percocet.
Oh, there you go. So we're gonna be
on the floor.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the same exact thing then, I guess.
Perfect. Nice, peace and quiet.
Right. All right, Carl. Good talking to you, buddy.
All right, brother. Be good.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, man.
God, sundresses everywhere.
Oh, dude, real fast.
What?
Maybe it's stupid. Memorial Day is like just a couple days away. One barbecue tip. One good Ruizing barbecue tip. And one bad one. Two things, quick.
Okay, number one, you're going to buy a grill basket so that you can do fish. Don't put fish on a grill. You're a fucking loser. You don't know anything. You got to get a grill basket for vegetables and fish.
Right.
So that your wife doesn't know you're a complete moron joke.
So I should throw away my tinfoil?
Yes, no more tinfoil on grills. It's stupid. You're adding cancer as an ingredient to your recipe.
Yeah, I actually read some articles on that. You're not lying, man. That tinfoil is scary business.
Tinfoil is no bueno.
Okay.
And number two, make sure your grill always has a cold side. Don't turn it all on. You know, do it progressive. You know, like you have one part. Jeez, this guy's gonna punch us. Look how crazy this guy is. Let's move over here. This guy punches people.
Really?
There's a homeless guy just throwing phantoms. Oh, he's moving. I can.
Yeah.
So number two, always have a cold side. So when you have one side to cook and one side to sear. That's very important.
Oh, nice. That is a good tip. I like that one. For real.
Yeah. So you have one side really hot. And then you start. So I start left to right. So the left of the grill's the hottest. And after I mark my steak or my burgers, I start moving them down. And then when they're in the middle of medium heat, that's when I put my cheese. And then I move it to the cooler side, and that rests the meat. So when it goes onto the bun, it's absolutely perfect.
Brilliant. All right, Carl, Sabor Chef on Instagram. La Cabana, opening soon on 15th Street down there in the Meatpacking District.
Yeah, bro. Yo, come check out the girls.
We'll go to that giant Starbucks and just check out the girls.
Oh, you don't want those. They're all they're all protesting with Alyssa Milano in there. We gotta go. We gotta go to Brooklyn. We're going to go see Billy Durney for Memorial Day.
At Hometown Barbecue.
Hometown Barbecue. Yeah, I miss the guy. I miss him.
All right, beautiful. All right, buddy. We'll talk soon.
Later, Skater.
All right, later. All right, with that, I'm where I have to be. I'm very late. For real, though, I'm putting my phone in my pocket. I'm grabbing my car keys. I'm walking up to, well, I will be in a sec. Hold on. We could do this together. Hold on. All right, I'm walking up to a place called Float Place. And I'm going to do some floating today. For the first time, I can't wait. I'm going to meet Tom at Float Place. I'm going to talk to him about the benefits of floating. I'm sure we'll have some fun. Then I'm going to go into the tank for an hour and a half. I put earplugs on, I've heard. It's pitch dark in there. There's, I think, something like 100 pounds of salt. They close the top of this tank. You can't touch the sides, and you're just floating. Some people say it feels like you're floating in space. I know Tom is a big fan of Joe Rogan and got this idea from Joe Rogan and really took the ball and ran with it. So he's been bothering me to do a podcast with him for a while. And I'm honestly, I'm really, really looking forward to doing it. So with that said, I'm leaning into my car because I know Joey's going to be pissed because it's really windy out here. So Joey, you know what? Joey, wrap it up.
You got it, Gregg.
As they walk toward Float Place.
I got a tip for you. Next time, go to your hot tub in your bathroom, light a candle, turn the lights out, put a little Epsom salt in the bath, maybe even actual sea salt, and float your fucking balls off. Carl, I do that exact thing on a grill. I light my flame on one side, maybe two, bring one down in the middle, the left side, no flame at all. That's where I put the meat when I'm done searing it, cooking it, blah, blah, blah. But I will say this, I do salmon on the grill. Is that cool? I don't use any aluminum foil. I'm not an asshole. The salmon I do on the grill, is that wrong? It's usually a thick salmon, and it comes out pretty great. Unless my wife's lying to me, that's very possible. You can never tell with a lady. But nonetheless, I'm going to take your tips. I would never put tilapia on the grill, that's for sure. Boo! Leave a 5-star review at Apple Podcast. Share the link with a friend. And thanks for listening to OpieRadio.